Okie doke. We've got a video from Mark Carney. He says he's ready to sit down with Donald Trump. So I guess Donald Trump must be serious. And Melanie Joly is just saying things to agitate the Americans in her press conference. Oh, look. Look at Karina
Hardworking.
Gould. Look at Karina Gould in the background.
She looks like she's gonna go on one of those those tree escapades in the forest.
Right.
What are they ziplining in
Yes.
yeah, that's what she looks like she's doing.
This
Actually,
is the
all of them. Look at
closest,
them
you know,
ziplining uniforms.
Mark Carney probably thinks that manual labor is the guy who does his gardening and not an actual thing that other people do. So this is a Trudeau-esque costume, but let's hear from him.
We understand. I understand. I respect President Trump's concern for American workers and American families. We respect his concern about fentanyl. It's an issue for us here in Canada as well. And that's why the Canadian government moved very quickly with a comprehensive response that has had a huge impact in terms of controlling that issue and getting on top of that issue.
No, you didn't.
We are ready to sit down with the Americans, with the U.S. government. I'm ready to sit down with President Trump at the appropriate time under a position where there's respect for Canadian sovereignty, and we're working for a common approach, a much more comprehensive approach for trade. We're all going to be better off. Workers here in Canada, which is our concern, workers in America, which is his concern. We are all going to be better off when the greatest economic and security partnership in the world is renewed, relaunched. That's possible. You have a new government, but the same commitment, and that commitment is built rock solid on the commitment you have all made here at Dofasco.
You can tell when somebody has never put on a hard hat before because all the straps are twisted
And
and
it's
it's
all
like,
crooked
yeah,
on
it's
your
all
head.
sideways. That's a guy who's never, ever put on this is Mr. Dress Up for Mark.
Look at
Yes.
Gould. Gould has never gone anywhere near something that'll make her hands dirty. Look at her.
No, hard hat on sideways and not fitted properly, sitting way high up on the top of her head. It's just
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
I mean, look at these guys they're trying hard to look like they're invested in everyday working Canadians, but I mean, we can see right through it. We can see right through it. These people have never done a hard day's work in their entire lives.
What I enjoy is that, like the costumeness of it all. I remember when the NDP first took power in Alberta and they went to Leduc number 1. Now, if you don't know what Leduc number 1 is, it's the reason Leduc, the town, exists. It is a historical site in Alberta. It's a museum of drilling. Like, it quite literally is a museum. And the NDP tweeted about how they went there to learn how drilling rigs work and they have a new understanding for the drilling industry. And I'm like, you guys, you're standing on a platform with a wood derrick. Do you think that's what we do? Do you think that's what they're doing out there? Like, this was their like foray into the oil patch instead of the fact that it's like a state of the art, technologically advanced, highly efficient industry. They're out there standing on a wooden derrick thinking, wow, this is how they do it, guys. We understand them. That's the same vibes I'm getting from that press conference with Carney. But what is he talking about? We're doing things at the border because you prorogued Parliament, so none of the border funding was deployed.
Right there, Sheila, right there. They have done nothing. What they've done is stand up and do some speeches in front of some fancy flags saying, we've got on it. We've made massive changes. We're taking this very seriously. And really, the only people that have taken it seriously are the provincial premiers, I think, in Alberta and Saskatchewan, by deploying marshal services and conservation officers, and what do we have, like two helicopters for 4,000 kilometers of border. Oh yeah, they're taking it real seriously. No, they're not.
I bet the only funding they've deployed on this issue is to pay the salary of their border czar, who I forget his name because I don't think he's done anything tangible. I don't remember his name. Yes, that's his
Brasso,
name.
is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a career bureaucrat too that's bounced around between federal agencies, climbed the bureaucratic pole pretty fast. That slippery pole went straight up it, and you gotta ask yourself why. But he was at Fisheries and Oceans for the last several years, and that plays a part in our border security. We have
Sure it does.
of course it does. And if all of the drugs are getting in through our ports, which are unpoliced, and the majority, the vast majority of drugs that are coming into Canada are coming in through ports that are unpoliced.
That's
There we
right.
go. That's the guy. That's
February
the guy.
11th. I haven't seen him since. Like,
Me
it was
neither.
a month later. What are
He
you
did
doing?
one press conference and said, "I'm
Right.
going to take this very seriously," and then we haven't heard a single word since. So there we have
Nothing.
it. Yep.
Even if he's just having phone calls, I want to hear him do a press conference for every phone call that he's doing. I would need proof of work.
Right.
There's none of it. Like, we need to show the Americans that we're doing something, and I can't. We're not. We're just not.
Where are the seizures at the Port of Vancouver? Where are the seizures of the drugs or the ingredients for the drugs that are coming in? Where are those seizures?
Right.
We see every couple of days we'll have an RCMP announcement saying, they caught somebody on the highway, or they caught somebody.
Right.
They did a minor drug bust, but the big amounts that are coming in through the ports are still going unpoliced and unsearched. So I don't think we're doing what the Americans want us to do.
That's like, was it last week where the police just stumbled across all those meth pills in the bush? I think it was in New Brunswick. It was just pills hidden in the bush, and they stumbled upon them for unrelated reasons. And I remember there was a press conference or a statement by the CBSA not all that long ago when they're like, we're not sure what they want us to do at the border. We sure would appreciate some direction from the higher ups, like the public safety minister. And they were like, yeah, this is it. Yeah. These are just pills in the bush. And they don't know if they were dropped there or hidden there or who's supposed to pick them up. Frankly, if I were the cops, I would have put a trail cam up and then just watched them for a bit.
Right. Wait for the people to come back to collect them.
That's
and
the
then
hunter
nab
in
the
me.
people. Yeah, then nab the people. But no. They're out there looking for a lost dog or some other thing. Who knows? Come across, they're like, oh, guys, look what we
Look at all
found.
these pills.
Guys,
It's crazy.
look at all these Ziplocs full of pills. Just hilarious. Actually, that's a really Canadian thing to have happen.
Completely.
Yeah.
They're probably peeing in the bushes, having a Tim Hortons, and found the pills.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, it's Ezra Levant here in Toronto with an important message because we need your help. Independent journalism in Canada is under attack. Government censors, big tech deplatformers, and the dying legacy media are all working together to maintain exclusive control on the information you receive. They don't want you to hear other voices like ours, and they really don't want you to be informed and to think for yourself. That's why the work we do here at Rebel News is so important. Our on-the-ground reporting, independent news shows, and special content you won't find anywhere else. It's all designed to give you trustworthy information and alternative viewpoints so you can decide for yourself. We don't get government money, and we are not owned by some big global conglomerate. We're funded by people just like you, so please support independent journalism and help us continue our work by subscribing and becoming a Rebel News Plus member today, right here on the page. Go to rebelnewsplus.com.